Hello there. Today I've got two of my best lenses here. One of them is one of the legendary lenses of Canon, 135mm EF and f2, and the other is Canon 85mm RF lens. These two lenses, one of them is very old and the price is around 400 to maximum 600 US dollars, the second hand one, and this one, the new one, is around 2,700 US dollar. So we're gonna check the portrait with these two lenses today and see how will be the differences between these two good lenses. We're gonna see if this old one still can beat this 85mm or no. Let's check the result together. Right now I'm gonna start with 135mm lens because it's the old one that's so senior, so it should be first. And so we're gonna see how will be the photos, and I'm gonna also put some video shots so we can compare it perfectly. Let's check it out together. Wow, that was a real shocking, test for me. I mean, check this 135mm lens to give me such outcome. Thank you, Canon, for this legendary lens. I have it. Right now we're gonna go to check our 85mm lens of Canon. That's my favorite one. So we're gonna go first of all for photo shootings and then video. Let's check the result together. check the quality. I'm just saying, wow. I get so excited when I take the photos with my favorite lenses, and that was so amazing. I am also shocked. So I just can say thank you, Canon, for both of these lenses. Now we have 2 of our photos to compare with much more details. I chose 2 of my black and white photos because the shadows are much more clear here. So on my left side, we have Canon RF 85, and on my right, I have Canon EF 135mm. Let's zoom in and check the quality and sharpness in these 2 photos. As you see, the texture on skin, eyes, hairs, both of them are almost same. Maybe you just feel the differences in colors, but the sharpness, I think both of them are same. Even I feel 135mm got much more, sharpness in the eyes or eyelashes, as you see. Well, that was a great testing for me. That was a kind of a, amazing experience for me. And I think both of them are doing very well. And if you have your low budget and you want to still have a very good and great lens to do your portrait, to shoot your portrait photos, then I suggest you to go definitely with this 135mm legendary lens of Canon. Well, here I have another 2 of my photos, and I wanted to compare the colors and the light process between these 2 lenses. On my left side, again, I have this 85mm, and my right, I have this 135mm. Let's zoom in and let's check the texture, the skin, eyes, hairs, the colors. Here in 85mm, you can see even some shines of my makeup on my cheeks. Actually, I use a very dark and strong makeup on this video because I wanted to show much more, details of the color process for portrait. So, of course, in editing, you can make them much more smooth, but well, these are before editing without any filter. And I think both of the lenses are doing very well. Both of them are sharp enough, and you can see all the details. Well, on the eyes, both of them are fine, even the hairs. Well, that was a nice experience. All I can say is just wow. I am also surprised. I didn't really expect it to have such a result with this old 135mm lens in compared to this 85mm. Both of them were such amazing. Well, of course, let me give you some of my advices. When you are inside a darker area, or maybe you want to make some photo shooting indoor, and then of course 85mm with f1.2 gonna be a good help, gonna be a good support for you for that light balance. And of course it's a bit sharper, but this 135mm is amazing. It's doing very well. Of course, you can do all this editing for making your photos much more sharper later on, but it depends on your budget. If you got the budget, of course, 85mm. But with this low budget, with that amazing outcome, of course, I'm gonna choose 135mm. Well, as I told you at the beginning of this video, both of them are my favorite lenses. This Legendary is really beating this 85mm in that touches of that sharpness, everything. So we are just seeing the photos and videos together, and so you can admit it. Of course, you can give me your idea as well, but I go with 135mm for that low budget.